started. Awesome. Yes. Welcome, 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 everybody. Let me press record, because I'm always told that I didn't press record. So let me press record. So welcome, 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 guys, to the weekly microbiome movement call. It is an absolute pleasure to have you on. Consider yourself special because you are here to hear some information. First of all, you know, a little bit of housekeeping. You really, really, really need to get a pen and paper. But before we get started with anything, we start with prayer. So let me see who I have on this call that can give us some prayers. I've heard her before, so let's see. Miss June Kelly, are you able to open your mic and offer us a prayer?
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Father, we come before you tonight and we honor you, Father, even as we are about to start, Lord. I ask that your presence that is already here will direct us. And Father, even give those who are about to present the words so that those who are listening will understand with clarity. Lord, I thank you for tonight, those who are on their way and those who are already here, that, oh God, that we will learn, we will be educated, and we'll be able to tell others. Father, I thank you for tonight. In your son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen and amen. Thank you so much, Miss June. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. So guys, yes, listen, my mom listened in and she said to me, this is what she said to me this morning. She said, guys, man, I listened to that call last night. That was fire. But man, when that guy came on, what is his name? King Clive? Man, when he came on, man, he's just smooth. So, you know, that just, you know, had my mind racing. I was like, smooth. So before he was, you know, the poet of health, he's the guru, he's the king of the microbiome. But you know, I had to add another thing. So I'm praying that this music works and y'all can hear this, because trust me, I was like, that's exactly what he is. He's smooth, like smooth, 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 smooth. So hopefully, let me see if I pray that this works. Let me see, because I want to just introduce him and let you know that this gentleman is the brainchild behind this microbiome movement. And I hope one day he shares why he decided to even do it. And in doing it, he literally pulled us all with him. Like, you know, he called on us and all of us were like, okay, now I ain't telling no lie. I probably didn't even know what he was talking about, but just in the unison and for unity, we all came together and said, let's do it. Whatever it is, let's do it. And we've been running with this since November, and it's been an amazing ride, because every single week you're going to learn something new. Every single week, these presenters come on and they present. You hear something new. You learn something new about your body that you want to know more. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up this amazing gentleman, but you can't come on until I play this song. I pray to God. And I got to make sure that the sound thing is on, because I want to make sure everybody can hear this song I got for you. I had to find this because, you know, you're a rhythm and rhymer. You just have everything on point. So I had to find this for you. So this is for you, the guru of the microbiome project, okay? The microbiome movement, king, microbiome himself, Campbell, guru, and also he is the So I hope you all heard that, because King Clive, are you there? You're muted, you're muted, you're muted, you're muted. Unmute, unmute. You're muted, you're muted. Hold on, let me see what's going on. What's going on? Let me ask to unmute. I don't know what's going on there. Try it now. You're muted. Are you unmuting your mic? I don't know what's going on. You're still muted. Denise, are you able to unmute? I just want to see if it's Zoom or because Zoom acts really.
Yes, Dr. Rutan, I am able to unmute,
Okay.
but I'm asking him to unmute, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, I think I'm unmuted now.
Oh, there we go. Now, did you hear your song?
I heard a bit of it. It was a bit muffled, so
Man.
I'm trying to see. Yes, I honestly I'm trying to listen to it, but I know it must be a super one since you chose
Man,
it.
it's the Smooth Operator by Sade. Smooth Operator.
Okay.
Smooth
Wow.
Operator. Okay, I was like, listen, Clive, when I heard this song, I was like, this is Clive. This is.
Okay.
That is you, Clive. You are the smooth operator of the microbiome movement.
Smooth operator.
Listen,
Wow.
let me tell you, and let me explain to you why. Because you make it easy for us to understand.
Okay.
And that is really important. And my mom said to me this morning, she says, Ruthann, it's amazing because he speaks with such confidence. You know you have to listen. You understand what I'm saying? And this is a 73-year-old lady that is saying this about you. That,
Yes.
to me, that speaks volumes. So I wanted to just, hats off to you as always. I sit at your feet. I can't wait to learn today with what you're about to impart on us. So take it away.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, and good night, everyone. We are happy to be on another call. These calls are very important. So we need to invite friends and families, and it is still not too late for you to send out a few more text messages. I know some persons are just making it in from work, trying to beat the COVID time and such alike, but we are happy for those of you who have made the effort and the sacrifice to be on this call. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in no hurry to leave this place because the company we represent tells us that they plan to be around for at least 100 years, and then they start over again, because in their quest, they want to touch the lives of at least 1 billion persons. So we are happy to share with you. We ask you to join forces with us. If this makes sense to you, we ask you to do the right thing. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell friends, tell families, anybody at all, so that they may learn things about themselves that they may not have learned so far. So we are happy to be at the forefront, and we have Sankey Global to thank for this information. I don't think we would have been here tonight had it not been for Sankey Global doing that research on the Okinawans. You see, they moved in for 40 years on the island of Okinawa, where you have the longest living, healthiest living people in one place in anywhere than anywhere else in the world. So these are these pockets that they call the blue zones. And Okinawa is the largest of the blue zones. And these are people who live to be in their 90s, 100 plus, with almost like consummate ease because of their diet and their lifestyle and their philosophy, their habits and their practices. And we would be better off if we learn some stuff from the Okinawans, that we don't have to age so fast, die so early, and suffer so much. Because it seems as if all we know in the Western world is a life of hospitalization, a life of pain and sickness, being overly medicated, being overly fed, and even being malnourished at the meantime. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we have on weight and things, especially as babies, a lot of the baby chubby and nicey, but child with obesity these days translates to adult obesity. And that becomes a millstone around that person's neck. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to be the ones to save each other's lives. None of us is perfect. None of us is the creme de la creme. But guess what? We are the ones that have to encourage each other to better lifestyle choices, better dietary practices, to stay away from certain things that compromise our gut and cause us to live an inferior quality life. So as a community, we strive for unity so that we may be representing one voice, one call, one vision, one mission to save our lives, especially Caribbean folks and persons in Canada, UK, and all over the diaspora, all across this world. So thank you for chiming in. Let us do what we need to do to make this happen. So ladies and gentlemen, more and more, as we do these studies and research and presentations, I just say from Charlie and the Charlie's Angels, Dr. Ruth and Lightborn, Dr. Denise, Nurse Adderley, we try to see how was Caribbean folks speak in the language of Caribbean persons, and hopefully persons in the North Americas and Europe, Canada is able to understand us as we talk with a little Caribbean spice. So ladies and gentlemen, we understand that we are living in two worlds. We are living in the world of the seen and the world of the unseen. We have primarily lived our lives in the world of the seen because we believe that because we can see it, it is there. We are confident about it. But how many of us have come to realize that the things that we cannot see are oftentimes as powerful, if not more powerful, than the things that we can see? So because we look in the mirror, because we look at our photographs and videos and passport and driver's license, and we're seeing a certain description of us, we believe that that is what represents the totality of man, of us. But ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed surprised by science. The same science we depend on to construct our buildings, to send men to the moon, to make medicine, and to make cars and all those different type of things, science and technology. Science has surprised us. It is telling us that because of things we can see with the aid of the microscope, especially the electron microscope and other such technologically advanced devices, we are now coming to realize that we are not only human beings, but we are what you might want to call a super organism, an ecosystem. We are not all human cells. We have to get accustomed to this new narrative, especially if you're alive for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years or more. And you're accustomed to be referring to yourself as a human being and calling other persons human beings. We read it in our newspapers, we read it in our textbooks, we read it in our magazines, we hear it on documentaries on television and videos on YouTube and so on. And we think of ourselves primarily as human beings. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, modern science is changing the narrative because of the 110 trillion cells that comprise the human body. 10 trillion are human cells. Is it 10 trillion out of the 110? Yes. So what are the other 100 trillion? Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelt. The answer is bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, archaea, and even some types of parasites, etc. 100 trillion. Now, for you to understand a trillion and 100 trillion, I have to break it down to you in terms of million, billion, trillion. So I use seconds. A million seconds ago, 11.5 days ago, rather. 1 billion seconds ago, 31.5 years ago. Ready for this? 1 trillion seconds ago, 31,000 years ago. That give you an idea. So we have in our human body 100 trillion microorganisms. If we are looking for amazement and wonder, we don't have to go very far. No wonder David said in Psalm 139, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderfully. We are made with wow. Here in Jamaica, we have a water brand that says water with wow. If water can have wow, what do you call a body with 100 trillion microbes? Bev would say, wow, wow, wow again. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you find intrigue in what I've been saying about this 110 trillion body that we have, cell body that we have. But it blows my mind and staggers my imagination that we have a universe living inside of us, like a garden. We're like gardeners. We have to take care of these microbes as a garden. So we are the human body, but we are powered by microbes. We are powered by microbes. These microbes perform a very important role in our body. We thought that we were performing most of the human functions for ourselves. Modern science is saying we are not the ones performing these functions. The microbes in the body perform 90% or more of the functions in our human body. So we are not the ones in charge. We have outsourced most of the functions that run the metabolic function of our body, the day-to-day nanosecond functions of our body. They are not being done by human cells. It seems as if we are not smart enough to do the work. The microbes. One day I was in a part of a chat room and I suggested that microbes are smart and intelligent. And a gentleman tried to shut me down. There is no way bacteria can be referred to as being smart and intelligent. But ladies and gentlemen, here is what is happening. Modern medical science is telling us that as humans, we have a second brain. And I say these things to repeat these things for persons who are making to the call for the first time, because this is not the first time I'm saying these things. Modern science is saying that all of us as humans have a second brain. And you'll be surprised to know that the second brain lives inside of the sewer system that we call the gut, the colon in particular. And inside this gut, 40% of the total amount of microbes that call our body home lives inside of the colon, 39 trillion microbes. And they have formed themselves into an organ. Yes, an intelligent, smart organ. They call it the second brain. Joshua Lindenberg, Nobel Prize laureate, calls it the microbiome. Microbiome. That is MICROBIOME. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all and sundry, this information about the microbiome, according to Dr. Susan Lynch, is changing the face of medicine. It is a watershed moment in human biology. And she went on to say, we did not know. This is a doctor trained and in the system for 20 odd years, practicing medicine. And he said, we did not know. Ladies and gentlemen, what is intriguing and interesting is what God is doing now. For the first time in human history, the tail is wagging the dog. I think some of you pick up what I mean. The tail is wagging the dog. The things that were hidden from the wise and prudent are now being revealed to the babes, the Bible said. Jesus said that. And I believe that this may be deliberate because God is allowing the laity, common people like you and me, are taking a message that is going back even into the medical fraternity. And many doctors who were not aware of a microbiome in the body are now becoming aware of it. This is not small. This is possibly the greatest information that man has discovered about himself ever since man has found himself to be alive. The microbiome. We have become accustomed to our human side of things, but please be introduced to your microbial side of your life. The two sides of the same coin. One, the human side, 10 trillion cells. Sorry. Second side of the coin, 100 trillion microbes that live on us and live in us. They surround us like a cloud. They live on our skin like a second skin. They live inside of our body. Every organ is covered by these microbes. You cannot escape them because we're living on planet, not on the planet of the apes, but planet of the microbes, in particular, bacteria that dominate the microbial population on this planet. Ladies and gentlemen, we have tried to build a world hostile to microbes, only to find out that we are mostly microbial. Somebody said, what kind of prekeh is this? Do you see and understand the dilemma of mankind? We are being told, and even now, many of our medical persons are helping us to kill off bacteria them in our body. They pay them our good up money, and then buy the medication and let them administer it to us, antibiotics. And we are 90% microbial. That coming like madness to me. If this is not insane, then Clive Campbell doesn't know what is insane. You are mostly microbial, and you are injecting something, a substance inside of you, sometimes repeatedly, from your babies until now, to kill off microbes. Now, somebody tell me if this sounds like insanity to you or something else. And guess what? These people go to school for many years. The system trained them and trained them to kill bacteria. And they never were taught that we are 90% microbial. I don't know if you understand how sad a situation is this. How did we get this wrong? When 100 years ago, Eli Meshnikov knew that sickness and disease begins in the GI tract, when good bacteria are no more able to control bad bacteria. 100 years ago, it was in the literature. Even Mark Twain, a novelist, wrote a book, My 3,000 Years Journey with Microbes, and how microbes are important as the sunshine and the air that you breathe. And 100 years later, with all these fancy, you ever go to some medical institution yet and hospitals, especially foreign, and see all these electronic, modern, state-of-the-art devices that you lie down on it and it take time, pull you in, it scan your body inside and outside, scan your head from your toe. All these devices, all kind of scan, PET scan, CAT scan, X-ray, all kind of different things. And still you tell me, say, they don't know that most of us is not human, most of us is microbial. I wonder what is happening on Earth. It may be an inconvenient truth for many people to know that we are mostly microbial. The implications of damaging our microbial self is like committing a type of suicide. I pause at that. We are paying medical professionals to help us commit suicide when you take antibiotics, these medications, and our food industry is making food that is slow poisoning us from we are babies until now. No wonder we are dying at 50 and 60. And Dr. Mark Hyman says, this generation may be the first generation, not only to live sicker than their parents, but to die before their parents. Fall coming home to roost, ladies and gentlemen. And you see, many of us don't go medical school, but it don't mean so because we don't go medical school, so we are big head bud. That we don't. What they have done, they teach us how to read. And when you can read, and you read and you read and you read, then you know how to reason. And we did not know something wrong from a long time, but we couldn't put your finger on it until Sankey Global came and gave us some additional information that represents the missing pieces to the jigsaw puzzle of our health. Big up to Sankey. Long live Sankey Global, the information company, the technologically advanced company with a wellness system. System as an acronym, SYSTEM. Save yourself sickness, time, energy, and money. When you use our system, ladies and gentlemen, we challenge you to take the 30-day, 90-day Sankey Global Challenge and see your health turn around. When the doctors shake his head and look forlorn, when the doctors say we can't do nothing more, when doctors say we don't know what going on, when doctors say me don't know what happened, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't give up as yet. Bless it and take it. And let Sankey Global 4 fantastic products run through your body to reverse, recover, and restore situations in your body that you thought were not recoverable. Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine this was just my introduction, because I don't start talk about the microbiome and immunity as yet. But I'm going to ask you to indulge me for 10 minutes or more, because in the midst of COVID, our greatest ally is our microbiome system, our immune system, and our brain. There's an axis: gut, brain, immune axis, working in synergy to keep your body balanced. I would rather trust my microbiome, my brain, and my immune system to defend me than anything that the smartest scientist, it could be bright as 10 Einsteins, it could be 100,000 medical professionals who have experience of 50 years each. God gave you an intelligent immune system and a microbiome to monitor your immune system and monitor your brain. Do you know that your microbiome monitor even your brain in case it's sprained and mess up? Ladies and gentlemen, that's the truth. Your microbiome is one of your most precious gifts that God gave to you on planet Earth. And I was listening to a scientist recently. He said that if you did not have your microbiome, you would only survive for months. You wouldn't live to be 50, 60, 80, and 100 and come sit there. Your microbiome, ladies and gentlemen, is it. Please depend on it. Even if you take the shot, the jab, if you take the jab or don't take the jab, you still need to have a up and running, functional, vibrant, intelligent, smart immune system. If you agree with me, let me see some fives in the room. Whether you take the jab or not, you still need an intelligent, smart, vibrant, up and running immune system. Never embarrass your immune system by giving the job of the immune system over to something else, someone else, to another system, because it has been keeping you alive from your baby until now. Every cut, every scrape, every scar, every burn, every broken bone, every infection, every bad virus, every bad bacteria, every bad pathogen, every parasite. Your immune system has kept you alive up until now. Why should we tell it goodbye? Why should we forsake that which has kept us? It will look like we're ungrateful. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm prepared to say to you that your immune system can defend you against COVID-19, COVID-20, COVID-21, COVID-22, Delta, Panam, EJ, JetBlue, whatever the airline they call it. Your immune system can protect you. Are you that confident? What is the state, however, of the current immune system that you have? Uh-oh. Is it healthy? Is it vibrant? Is it sick? Is it malfunctioning? Is it dysbiotic? What is the current state? In America, they do an address by the president every now and then, the state of the nation. What is the state of the nation of your body? What is the state of your homeland security? What is the state of your microbiome? What is the state of your immune system? Are you making sure that your immune system is healthy? Are you taking a chance with it? Are you feeding it? Are you nurturing it? Are you taking care of it? Is it vibrant? Is it fit? Every time you eat, does your immune system eat? Do your microbiome eat also? Does your microbiome eat and be healthy and fit? Ladies and gentlemen, we can't blame no doctor for our sickness if we do not participate in our own rescue. Your microbiome and your immune system. One paper that came out March 2020 says because gut dysbiosis, we are susceptible to infectious agents like virus because we are so unhealthy. Since then, a number of studies of the microbiome specific to COVID has been done. 4 such published studies suggest that individuals with certain types of dysbiosis in the microbiome are very high risk of hospitalization and death. The dysbiosis is because of low diversity in your microbiome. We can have anywhere from 500 to 1,000 species of microbes that make up our microbiome. How many microbes are in your microbiome? The high end, nearer to 1,000, or the low end, 500, or below 500, especially if you have taken antibiotic and if you ill-treat your microbiome. It might be low diversity. Low levels of certain keystone strains like Firmicillum bacteria prognosai, Bifidobacterium langum, and Bifidobacterium animalis. And then a few people with high levels of opportunistic organisms, like Candida auris or Candida albicans, take advantage of your body when there is dysbiosis inside of your gut. That is why many ladies struggle with Candida type issues, a yeast that become a pathogenic fungus. And no matter what they do, you go to the gynecologist every single month, several times for the year, and still they have this Candida albicans issue because the good bacteria are not running the body. The bad bacteria has emerged, and therefore the Candida albicans have emerged. So these 4 studies suggest that the deep connection between dysfunction of the microbiome and how poorly you respond to the presence of virus and the risk of hospitalization and even death, ladies and gentlemen. So we have to bear these things in mind because you are at higher risk for COVID if you have low levels of bacteria. This one they call Firmicillum bacteria prognosai. Is a funny name, guy, but that bacteria is a super bacteria. This bacteria is a hero bug living inside of you that combats all kind of inflammation and damage to the lining of your gut. This bacteria, ladies and gentlemen, is also responsible for maintaining your immune system and inhibits the formation of disease within us. You saw the name funny? Firmicillum bacteria prognosai. But this is a bacteria that many of us don't have. So we have to find a way to attract this particular type of bacteria by taking the Asaki, the Belage, the Conway Fire, and Inner 7. If you provide the food, they will come. If you provide the menu and you provide for them, it's strange enough how these bacteria does all of a sudden show up. And because of the 596 metabolites in Asaki and 300 metabolites in Belage and all the 4 Sankey Global products have metabolites, these bacteria are fed and they come from behind the scenes and come to the front and begin to run things as keystone bacteria inside of your body. We need these keystone bacteria in our body so that our body can function at optimal levels, ladies and gentlemen. So this bacteria plays a key role in repairing the gut, as in the case of leaky gut syndrome. If your gut is leaking because it is sick, damaged, and imbalanced, you get this bacteria to return to your microbiome, and you will begin to heal up and seal up a leaky gut and prevent 95% of the diseases that affects your body. The cancer, diabetes, arthritis, fibroid, fibromyalgia, all kind of different things, ovarian cysts, hormonal imbalances, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, including the autoimmune diseases. Call the names of the diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, it is because of inflammation, which is caused by a leaky gut. But when you have this bacteria, Firmicellum bacteria prognosi, this guy is the healer and sealer of your gut, and you can now expect to have a better quality gut. Why? Because your microbiome is up and running again. Look at that, T. Fix your microbiome. Your microbiome, fix your gut, heal your gut, seal your gut. Ladies and gentlemen, it reverse, recover, restore. It works 100% of the time, 100% of the people. The secret is out. This is how the body heals itself. Oh my word. Do you get the message, ladies and gentlemen? Tell me that I can come off with the microphone now because you start to get the message. This bacteria, ladies and gentlemen, we need this keystone bacteria along with other major keystone bacteria. Your microbiome is the coach of your immune system, just as how the richest athletes in the world have a coach. When our immune system have a coach in the organ called the microbiome, is a good coach. And the relationship between the coach and the athlete has to be well and healthy for the athlete and the coach to perform at their best levels. So ladies and gentlemen, I give it to you. You can't fight COVID if your microbiome is weak. If your microbiome is weak, your immune system is weak. If your immune system is weak, dog, yum your supper. Rat gone with your breakfast, and mongoose gone with your dinner. Some people say they're salt bad. If you want to change the fortunes of your life, if you want to recover from any sickness and disease, restore the health of your microbiome. No matter what doctor tell you, no matter what the prognosis is, no matter what disease you're living with, don't let anybody write you off as long as you still have a microbiome. Just feed it, make it healthy, make it well, and it will, in turn, make you well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you come off the call tonight without making arrangement to get your Sankey Global products by earlier morning, Bounty Killer might stop you tonight and say, you are living dangerously. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to hand over this microphone to Queen Dr. Ruth and Lightborn. Will you take it away? Thank you.
Wow. As always, King Clive, blown away by the information. Always just adding another cherry on top. I mean, soon I can just have a whole, I love cherries. So I soon I can just have this huge bowl full of cherries. Yes, every single week you add another cherry on top. And always just reiterating, just again, so that we can understand and make sure that we understand what is being said. For those persons that either miss a week or maybe, like you say, for the first time have come, you always make sure that we understand from the beginning to the end, and still leaving a little bit more for next week, but always letting us know that this is information that we need to know in order for our body to be healthier. And what was that bacteria you called again? The one that really helps with sealing up everything? Which one is that one?
They call it Feculum bacteria prognosi.
Jesus. You need to like get a list, and then we need to like create one Sankey song with all with all the different bacterias.
Yeah.
So that people be like, you know how they used to do the different songs for you to learn things, so that we could all learn the different bacterias. You know, we'll all be singing this bacteria song.
But this
we'll
bacteria,
say this is a part of our body.
This bacteria, Dr. Ruthan, is one of the most powerful keystone, because they call it important bacteria in the body, keystone bacteria, that you definitely need, the Lactobacillus, the bifidum, and this one and so on. But we need this bacteria. It plays such a powerful role in the body. And when we don't have it, the gut leaks. And why we don't have it? All those medications we're taking, the antibiotics, the poor lifestyle, whole of sugar, the dietary choices. That guy doesn't survive well. It dies down. Some say die off or die out. Some say
Right.
dies down. But you see, when they provide food, it lick him tongue and come to the table and say, thank you, man. Breakfast in bed.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yes, I think people don't really realize, like, even when they start the products, they want an immediate fix. Like they just want it to immediately turn on. But it's a process, because if you've already messed up your bacteria, your balance, it has to start somewhere, and it's going to take some time. It's not going to be instant, because you've taken all these years to eat all this so quote unquote junk food, sadly. And when you hear Dr. Franco talk, it's like, if anything got ahead, you better don't eat it. Like, put it away. And like you just said, the sugars, sugars are something that we introduce. If we think now, most of us, and there's probably have people from around the world, but a lot of us are Caribbean people. If we go back to what we used to do to our babies, first of all, we put rice in the rice formula. We add the rice powder or whatever to the formula that have sugar in it. Then we add the Nestle, other stuff in it, into the milk when we're giving the babies. If it's not the breast milk and we're giving them bottles, we add this other formula that has sugar in it. So we're introducing children's tongues at a very young age to sugar. And I'll never forget my sister. She had a set of twins, King Clive, and she used to give them aloe and Cersei. And I would look at these babies' faces as she was giving them aloe. I'll never forget my nephew. They were a set of twins, and their faces would look awful. And she'd be like, "It tastes good, right, Patrick?" And she'd have a smiling face on, and Patrick's face would look like his lip would be upside down, like he'd be shaking his head, yes, but his face said no, But I see them now, and they're very healthy young men.
Wow.
They're very healthy, and growing up, they had
She gave them a foundation.
Exactly.
Many of our children today, unfortunately, is not getting a good foundation, because the very microbes that they get from mom was compromised already. And then they're exposed to early antibiotics because of early infection. And we live a clinic, we live a hospital, we live a doctor office, and wherever money we get, we spend a doctor. My God, and we never was able to dig ourselves out of that hole of poverty. And we die and leave a bill instead of a will. Too many Christians.
Yes, and that's what I noticed. And like, you'll speak to my nephews, and they'll be like, "Oh no, I don't drink sugar, and I'm not into, the sodas." And like you say, it's the base. But we're so quick to do the easy thing. Oh, here's a chip. Here's a Maggie pie or whatever it is. But I remember growing up, I used to have grape nuts and Weetabix and shredded wheat. I didn't eat sweet cereals. And to this day, at 45, I still don't eat sweet cereals, period. I don't like them. So I'm always eating the wheat cereal, the full whole grain cereal, like Dr. Franco would say. Always look for the whole grains. Don't, you're not wanting the purified flour or the white starched flour. So I just wanted to share with everybody that that's so important, that we have to remember we want to start from young, because us ourselves, we now got to kind of take some time to revisit our diet, our lifestyle, because people ask, well, okay, I'm going to get on these Sankey things, King Clive, so it's going to immediately change everything, right? I don't have to change anything I eat, right? Do I?
Wow, you gotta change it, man.
Yeah, you have to, and it's a lifestyle. This is truly a lifestyle change that you will see and you will feel. Dr. Franco says at least try 1 or 2 salads extra per week. And out of one day out of the entire week, let's go just all live food from start to finish. If you want to, do a little detoxing or whatever, fresh juices, but let's do all live food. Let's make it all live 1 day a week.
Dr. Rutan, when you find out, that you are mostly microbial by construct, how can you not change your diet? How can you be so intelligently informed now? It's not like you're the dunce again and living in ignorance. You find out that most of you is microbial, and microbes can't eat dead food. So what should we eat then? Fruits, vegetables, grains, seeds, nuts, lentils. Those are live food. When those reach into the colon, your bacteria smile and say, finally, food has arrived. and begin to break it down, make short-chain fatty acid, butyrate, acetate, and propionate. What heals the body can't be made by man. It's made by bacteria with the food that you give it. Butyrate is the healer of the body. And we need to understand this, that we have to eat our medicine. Let food be a medicine and medicine be your food. If diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. If diet is right, medicine won't be needed.
Yes. And I want people to just know that we're not knocking doctors at all, because, you know, doctors are there to assist and aid us, but we do want you to understand that. And I know Dr. Franco always says, you know, and he's a natural medical doctor. He says they are practitioners. So they are practicing medicine on us. Mm-hmm. And we need to get to a point in our lives where we believe we understand what's happening in our bodies and be very aware. Like, for instance, I know when I've taken something in or ingested something that has too much sugar. And maybe I didn't know it had sugar, but I can tell you that it had sugar because my body starts reacting immediately. So I can say, oh, I'm not taking that no more, because that's my whole body, the pain, I can start feeling everything going through my body immediately. And the difference that I have found in my body drinking the Balaj and the Inner 7 and that Crown Refire has been simply amazing. So now, guys, we're going to share with you what we do have to offer here, the 4-product system, the Super 4, the Fantabulous 4 that we love to call. Well, let's start with the Balaj. So the Balaj, listen, it's made out of with the Orzoid Enzyme 3, and now we're even on Orzoid Enzyme 5 because they're constantly improving and making it better and better and better. And this is capable of acting on the inside cells and the mitochondria. The mitochondria, guys, is the energy of your cells. This is perfected with purified extracts of rosemary and olive. It is also the bacteria from the olive leaf that is cycled every 27 days, as well as the rosemary. We are 100% natural, and we are seed to table. We literally own the farms that all of our products are taken from. That, you know, when we go out and harvest, we own those farms. So we know it's going into the soil. We know how we are making sure that the products stay healthy and pure for us. This also strengthens the immune system. Okay, so by 34.9%, if I'm not mistaken, on that, 34.9 or 39.4%, you're going to build your immune system with this Balaj, as well as with 84.9%, it's going to assist and aid in combating influenza A, influenza B, gastroenteritis, and SARS, which is the base of COVID. It will help with combating those viruses, okay? It also increases energy production. It reactivates natural antioxidants in the body. It improves hydration at the cellular level. So all the way down to the cellular level. You heard King Clive talk about the metabolites as well that are in the Balaj. So all of our products are significant. They are an amazing thing, and they are all nanotechnology, minuscule, able to permeate. First of all, they're coated, permeate through the gastric acid and get into the bloodstream and start doing what they need to do. It also decreases the fat and sugars, improving blood circulation. Guys, this is amazing for those persons that, one, especially our men out there that are suffering with erectile dysfunction. This is going to be amazing for you because of the blood circulation. Also, persons that suffer with severe joint issues, that tingling and numbing in the feet and hands and arms. This is going to help with the blood circulation. You know, when I first took this product, within 4 to 6 hours, I felt a tingling in an arm to the fingertips of my fingers in an arm that was completely numb for over a year. Okay, so I know personally firsthand what this product does. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to pass it on to the king himself, King Clive, who speaks about, as he calls it and addresses it, King Hasaki.
Ladies and gentlemen, King Hasaki, utilizing powerful patented Japanese technology, Bovia, a revolutionary formula containing 596 different metabolites derived from cacao. Ladies and gentlemen, if you understand what we have before us, it is part of the system. What we offer you at Sankey Global is not a 1 or 2 dibby pure product. We offer you a system that nourishes and a system that restores. And some of the things that it nourishes in your body it nourishes your microbiota. That is what I've been talking about, ladies and gentlemen, your microbiome. It nourishes your microbiome. When your microbiome is nourished, ladies and gentlemen, it makes provision for different strains of microbes in your body, because not all the microbes in the body feed on the same thing. So when you have 596 different metabolites, and you have more than 500 to 1,000 species of bacteria, then you are feeding most of the species that are there, and you are encouraging those that have died off because of different things that you have done over the years, including antibiotics and the other poor lifestyle and overly medicated and poor diet and such like. You are now attracting new keystone bacteria that when they return, ladies and gentlemen, they expand the capacity of your body to heal. It allows you now to do things that you were not able to do before. I don't want you to take this lightly. When you are able to attract species of bacteria that you have lost or you may have never had before, your body will now be able to make nutrients that you may have been starved of. With these nutrients, it's going to course through your vein and go to areas in your body. Don't stop searching until it find the offense in your body and begin to heal it and begin to seal it and recover it. So those of us who have lived sick all our lives and wonder if we will ever feel like ourselves again, ladies and gentlemen, it's a new day. With nutrition, it will solve the solution and provide solution for your body, and you will have keystone bacteria coming to your body, working again. Those that were unemployed or underemployed will be fully employed and restored to work again, and your body will thank you for the better. Let me tell you that, as simple as it sounds, it helps with 20% more protein absorption. Protein helps your body to build itself. You can also have more energy and stamina from protein. It can also improve the circulation and also your heart health. It can boost your memory and mood. More protein allow you to be looking younger, because your skin looking younger, shinier hair, stronger nails, and help your body to produce more collagen. It can help you to lose weight while also preserving muscle mass. It can help you repair damaged joint and relieve pain. It can also strengthen your bones. It can keep your vision sharp. It can help you to improve digestion and help you deal with food sensitivities. It can also help you to sleep better. It can help you to boost sexual performance. It can help you to prevent and heal injury in your body. Ladies and gentlemen, this product is the product of the year. You need this product inside of your body like our peas need fire. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you King Asaki. Right over back to you, Dr. Rutan.
Wow. And this is the amazing Inner Seven, and no one can do it or say it best than Dr. Denise herself out of Trinidad and Tobago. Take it away.
Wow, guys. Good night, guys. Listen, Inner Seven, essential minerals for the body. Over 60 plus minerals that is needed in the body. And we just touch on the basic: magnesium, sodium, potassium, and I'm adding zinc to that. Did you know that magnesium, there's a whole heap of work when it comes to the cells in the body and the organ function in the body? Magnesium converts blood sugar to energy. It also keeps the blood pressure stabilized. It also helps, in strengthening bone storage and also in heart health. Many of us, when our minerals are low, we have issues going on within our organs, within the body, and we tend to feel indifferent. And we don't realize that our trace minerals, which we call them, are low in our system. And hence the reason those are really the building blocks of the protein cells within the body, so that it can rejuvenate, regenerate, and bring back to life the body's metabolizing and stabilizing the system, especially when it comes to organs and organ function. Potassium is one of the macro minerals, which plays an important role also in regulating the kidneys and the kidney function, in terms of, there is something called inulin, which is the input and output of fluids in the kidney so that it can work, through the interstitial tissues within the body at that cellular level. So it also helps prevent kidney stones as well, boost bone health, and also manage blood glucose levels. And I want to impress how important managing glucose levels, because Master Clive spoke about dysbiosis and Candida albicans, especially in women, which brings about vaginal sores. When the blood sugar or the blood glucose is high in the bloodstream, this can happen and cause vaginal sores to come about in women, which is called vulvocandidiasis. All right. And this also is symptomatic of diabetes. So when the blood sugar levels are high, it can cause, when it's being excreted, the urine can create this fertile breeding ground for these yeast infections in females. And that is why these minerals are so important in help regulating that. Zinc, it's immune health, and it also helps in metabolism and metabolizing, breaking down your foods, the amino acids, enzymic function. It helps in wound healing. It's men's health. Dr. Rutan spoke about building 10, circulation, breaking down all these chronic conditions that goes on within the pineal gland. All right. It also helps in enzymatic reactions that we were speaking about when it comes to the microbiome and regulating the microbiome for healthy wellness. All right. Calcium, along with the vitamin C, protects against chronic conditions like cancer, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Selenium is a powerful antioxidant which fights oxidative stress within the body. And it also defends your body from chronic conditions like heart disease, mental health, thyroid health, and also it's a booster for the immune system. And not only it singularly helps with the immune system, all these minerals helps with the immune system, your T cells, B cells. So this is what the body needs together with the Fantastic Four, inclusive, helps with rejuvenation, regenerating the body and the body organs and function when it comes to metabolism and metabolizing. That is where all our issues lie, folks. We get diseases, we are diagnosed with things, but it really stems from digestion. When that gut is not healthy, everything goes out of balance in the body. Back over to you, Dr. Ruthan.
Thank you as always, Dr. Denise. Absolutely love it. Now our amazing nurse, Donnelly Ali, all the way from Nassau, Bahamas. Are you out there?
Good night, good night, good night, good night, everyone. Yes, I am here. I am here live and direct. And I have to give this one testimony before I even start talking about this fantastic product, guys. The Canoe Fire. I gave a lady a sample packet on Friday because we were doing some business at her establishment, and she said that she does not sleep. She's so nice, and she had headaches for a few days and she doesn't sleep. So I said, I have a gift for you. And so I gave her that packet. Her and I just finished. I was late coming on the call because her and I, we were talking. And she said, because we were talking business first, and then I said, okay, how did the sample packet work for you? She said, nurse, let me tell you this. I'm not going to tell you that I slept like a baby. I'm going to give you real facts. She said for the last 2 nights, she never slept for 7 hours as long as she can know. But being on the Canoe Fire, she is now sleeping for 7 hours. And she is also addicted to caffeine. She drinks about 4 or 5 cups of coffee every day. The lady said today she didn't want no coffee. All she wanted was a cup of tea or a Belage or Canoe. Y'all don't know what we have here. The lady, after taking the products, after 3 days, not a week, not a month, after 3 days, she's sleeping. Y'all don't know what y'all have here. And another thing, I heard Clyde Campbell talking about earlier to Clyde talking about side effects and when doctors put you on medication. Another person that I was talking today, she's on the line talking to today, and she said, "Nurse, I need some help." And I was helping her out. And she said that these calls really help her. She said, because she learned to speak to her physician. She learned to talk to her physician. And the thing about it is, she said, sometimes, yeah, we just, whenever the physician writes up something for us, or the doctor writes up, we said, okay, and we run to the pharmacy, okay. And we don't even know. Some people can't even pronounce the names of the medications that they're on. They don't even know what it's for. All they know is doctors say, take this. She said she asked the physician, because she said I was in her head when she went to the doctor's office. And so she asked the doctor, "Doc, what are the side effects of the medication?" The doctor had to go on her phone and search up what's the side effects. So they're giving you these drugs. I'm a nurse now. They're giving you these drugs, prescribing them for you, and they do not even know the side effects. Wow. Wow. Wow, guys. Sankey Global, all the products in Sankey Global have been tested, vitro and vitro testing. There are no contraindications for whatever medications you're on. Plus, that was, I think, but 4 months ago, Dr. Ruth Ann, when Mr. Cello was giving his talk, and he talked about millions of the packets have been sold, and not one report about side effect. I don't know who I'm talking to right now. We have somebody who's in the hospital with COVID now. Their family member. Send them the products. They mind you, take these products. They will help to keep you safe. Even if you get COVID, it wouldn't be as dramatic. The person said, "Oh, I got to wait on my doctor to tell me if I could take these." Then the person called the doctor's office. For 7 days, they've been waiting for their physician to get back to them. Now they have COVID and admitted to hospital and still haven't heard from their physician as yet. So who has to take charge of their health? You have to take charge of your health. So let me just get on with the Canoe Fire. The Canoe Fire has a product in it called an auxiliary night reset. Now, the auxiliary night reset is not anything that was on the lab and they created and puts a bunch of chemicals together and say, voila. No, the auxiliary night reset is a compound of olive leaves, black beans, rosemary, and green tea. These products have natural compounds and enzymes in them, natural. The GABA, melatonin, they have L-theanine. All these things are used in your body for inflammation, for sleep, and they help to burn calories, carbohydrates while you sleep. It helps to filter the kidneys, help to the pancreas to actually work. So when we look at it, 100% natural, and reduces carbohydrates and sugar absorption, increases thermogenesis to reduce fatty tissue, protects against gastric oxidation, supports metabolism, supports proper metabolic function. And so with that, when I look at the white papers for you, those of you who are very astute and very meticulous and need to read more, here at Sankey, we have the white papers. And the thing about it is, when I sat down and read the white papers, because I'm a nurse, I like to get more information to give the people. I'm not the doctor who's going to go on the phone and say, "Oh, I don't know, let me see." No, I like to tell you up front what we are doing to you. So with that Canoe also is an anti-inflammation product. The Canoe is also anti-hypertensive, so it brings down your blood pressure. The Canoe is also anti what I should say. I don't want to use a word that y'all wouldn't understand. Okay, the Canoe actually lowers sugar levels in the blood for the diabetic patient. Okay, the Canoe, if you're a person who had cancer, or your family has cancer, or you're in remission, or you're on chemo, in the white papers, the Canoe it has an anti-chemo effect. So actually it lessens your chances of having to be on chemo or the amount of time that you have to be on chemo. And it also brings cancer and tumor markers down naturally. So if we gotta say more about these products to let you know that you're in the right place at the right time, I don't know what else to say. But I'm gonna say this to you. I congratulate you for coming on this call, for being on this call, and to learn more about becoming a healthier you. So, Sir Clive, there's a song. It says, "Jah lick them with diseases." See, I wasn't always there. I was in the world. I was back in the dance once and before. And the thing about it is, when something came in my head and it said, King Clive came with the microbiome to lick these diseases, the most dangerous diseases, talking about the arthritis and the polymyelitis, the diabetes. Let me tell you something. I know the song. Yes. So
Yes,
thank you, Sir Clive, for what you are doing. So back to you, Dr. Ruthat.
I don't know what I can do with the Charlie's Angels and this microbiome panel. Because all I started singing, and the elephantitis. Sorry, guys. You don't take me to the club, man. So, guys, listen, hear me good. All I say is whoever invited you to this call, let them get back to them. Let them know that you want to try the products, that you want to get started on the products ASAP. So guess what? You can either be a customer, you can be a Prime customer. Yes, we have Prime over here. What does Prime mean? So a customer means you just want to buy the products as is. That's fine. No problem. We love customers. If you want to be a Prime customer, it means that you're going to pay $49 a year to get 25% off the cost of all of the products. And not only are you going to get 25% off, but when you if your bill is more than $180, so if you spend more than $180, one, you're going to get free shipping. Two, you're going to get a 12-day supply of the Balage and the Canoe, what we call 3 Shinka packs. You'll be able to give those out, share them with your friends and family, neighbors, and co-workers, and be able to hand that out. So that would be a Prime member. Now, if you're on this call, you heard what you liked what you heard, and you're like, okay, is there a business component? Yes, there is, but this is not a business call. We do have business calls that you can jump on, but this is not that business call. But if that is you and you say, okay, how do I get started in the business? Well, guys, these are the packages on the screen, anywhere from $159 all the way to $1149. It all depends on the amount of products that you get. It has nothing to do with if you started the Sankey Unified Kit, you're lower than the one that starts at the Pro Pack. No, doesn't matter. Wherever you start, just get in where you fit in as a customer, Prime member, and or if you decide to journey with us, get back to the person that brought you to this call. That's all we ask. Get back to the person that brought you to this call so that they can assist you. So they can assist you in showing what is the best package for you and where you need to get started. So with that being said, I'm going to pass this call back over to King Clive, who usually closes us out. Thank you so much for joining us. It was an absolute pleasure to host again.
Wow, thank you so much, Queen Dr. Ruth and Lightborn. Thank you also, Queen Nurse Adelie and Dr. Denise. I thank every single person on the call tonight representing their families. The choice you make tonight can determine if your family continue to live with a scourge and a curse, or it can be reversed, recovered, and restored, and look forward to a healthier generation. I thank you so much. We close. So, Father, we thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you for your grace. We remember Queen Beverly Holiness at this time. Continue to give her your grace. Give her your strength. Surround her with your love. Give her the peace of God that passes all understanding to guard our heart and our mind in Jesus Christ. Help her through these difficult times. Help others of us on this call who have suffered some loss of some loved ones and some close friends. Give us the grace to make it. And God, may we be faithful in taking this message of the microbiome of Sankey Global and this fantastic product to help someone in this hurting world. Bless us, Lord. Dismiss us with your grace, your love and your mercy. We ask these in Jesus' name. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night we continue 8 o'clock. That's Bahamas and so time, 7 o'clock Jamaica time, testimonials, and we'll be sharing different things with you. Please return and get the rest of the story. God bless you. Have a